had a comment from a friend recently in relation to a person with disability, and it was for me, it was disappointing, very offensive, because he was speaking about a person who had a child, and he was asking how he can be able to raise a child. And for me, while we look at the legislation issues, and I think Kerry and I had this conversation again also in New York, about sexual and reproductive health rights, and what is that going to mean for persons with disabilities. Now, I know if we mention that, there are some people who are going to go and try to steal the word, and hijack it, and say we're trying to do something that it is that we're not trying to do. But the truth is, people believe that people who have a disability should not be involved in the conversation, as if they do not have sexual and reproductive rights too. And I heard when Jameel Older spoke about when she was having a baby, how the doctor, because she's blind, how is she going to be able to raise this baby? How is she going to give away the baby? And recently the same conversation in relation to this man, and that they shouldn't be involved in certain things. We have to have a conversation around sexual health and reproductive rights for persons with disabilities in a way that is respectful and allows them to have their dignity. The other thing is, we also have to have legislation to protect people, though, who then prey on persons with disabilities in order to satisfy their own depraved sexual wishes. That is why these kind of things are going to be important as a small component of the legislation. This legislation that we're bringing is going to be a serious piece of legislation. I also feel that we could have had this conversation about, doing this would be unimportant if it were a case when we hadn't put more traffic signs that allow persons with disabilities to hear, to be able to see. We put more parking spaces to allow persons to have access. We signed the Marrakesh Treaty, which allows persons who have disability, who are visually impaired or blind, to have access to a number of works that were copyrighted before and they did not have access. We've done a lot of things. We're having a conversation now about transportation and including more people for free on transportation. We've been discussing with the National Insurance Scheme in relation to expanding that list of persons who are entitled to national insurance. These are serious conversations, and I look forward to being able to bring resolution to a number of these things.